As soon as we opened our eyes on the morning of September 4, 2025, the news was blazing across the war channels. Kiev urgently launches an operation to relieve the 79th Brigade, which is surrounded by Mirnograd. It sounds like an action movie, but this is real life, with blood, tears, and ballistic bread. Mirnograd, the dusty, bombed-out land of Donetsk Oblast, is now a hotspot where the 79th Brigade, which is an elite force, is being squeezed. The game is changing. Ukraine is forced to decide the survival of a unit and very likely the entire eastern defense line. In this article, we will not stop at telling a story. We will go into a thorough analysis of three aspects: the reasons why the 79th Brigade was surrounded by Mirnograd and the current battlefield situation, details of the relief, illustrated with maps of defense and forces, plus humorous examples for visual aid. Evaluate the results and strategic significance, both military and political, because every number, every inch of land here is vital. Chapter 1. Why is Mirnograd and the 79th Group the center? Strategic location. Who is Mirnograd? Quick as a flash, Mirnograd is northwest of Pokrovsk, Donetsk Oblast, the main supply route to Dnipro. On the defense map, this is the back door. If we can close it, we keep Dnipro. If we lose it, the entire eastern line is vulnerable to the lights. Example, if eastern Ukraine is a chessboard, Mirnograd is a pawn on the left side. Lose this pawn and the strategy will collapse from the left side. 79th Group, Silver Wolves of the Ukrainian Army. The 79th Brigade, part of the Ukrainian Airborne Forces, has a rich fighting tradition, from the 2014 Donetsk airport battle to the current Donbass battlefields. During the full-scale conflict, they were constantly under heavy pressure around Kharkov and Konstantinovka, but they still firmly repelled large-scale Russian attacks, recorded as one of the largest counterattacks. This makes the 79th Brigade not only a traditional unit, but also a symbol of the tenacious fighting spirit of the entire Ukrainian army. The reason for being surrounded in the middle of the battlefield: Russia applied the pincer tactic, launching attacks from multiple directions, Kharkov, Pokrovsk, and Mirnograd, cutting off the supply lines. The 79th Brigade was strangled. The number of troops was limited. The reserve force was thin. The risk of being blocked constantly. Artillery, suicide UAVs, and intense psychological warfare. Funny example to help yourself: stand in the middle of a crowded stage, but surrounded by a fire fence. To escape, you have to jump and swim. And yes, it is not easy. Chapter 2. How does Kiev break the boundaries? Illustration of the defense map. The breakup plan. According to Dantry, Kiev has mobilized a strong force from the northwest, including Leopard tanks, HIMARS guns, and reserve ammunition. The goal is clear: open a, quote, life corridor for resupply and withdrawal if necessary. Mirnograd, located between Pokrovsk and Kharkov, surrounded by Russia from the east and south. Breakup corridor, open from the northwest by Leopard tanks and long-range artillery. If you visualize it as a map, Mirnograd will appear as a red dot surrounded by the firepower spotlight. Challenges that cannot be ignored. Russia has the advantage of precision artillery and UAVs. Small attackers, group attacks are a powerful tactic being used. Ukraine must take advantage of the element of surprise, move quickly, and coordinate sophisticated firepower. Humorous example to remember. It's like someone is stuck in the middle of a snow mountain and you have to ride a snowmobile, avoid avalanches, and carry a tent. Simple to say, but extremely difficult. Chapter 3. Results and global implications. Possibility and consequences. If successful, Kiev saves the 79th Brigade, holds the key defense line, and sends the message, "We will not abandon our brothers." If failed, Mirnograd lost, supply lines broken, greater danger for Dnipro and the fate of the East. For Russia, success would mean a major advance, the Ukrainian defense line broken. If failed, Russian forces would suffer significant psychological and physical damage. Political strategic significance. Europe, increased support and aid if Kiev holds the line. US and NATO see the value of Leopard and HIMARS, will consider upgrading reinforcements. Russia, gnawing tactics challenged. If failed, will be forced to change the way of fighting. Humorous hints to remember. If Mirnograd is the Battle of Gladiator, then the 79th Brigade is Maximus, facing off alone against a crowd of spectators. The outcome? Depends on the right strike. A cry, hear the echo. Hail to the victor. Conclusion. The operation to relieve the 79th Brigade in Mirnograd was not only a long battle, but also a test of the faith, spirit, and strategy of the entire Ukrainian force. Success would be a great morale boost, a signal that Kiev would not give up on each paratrooper. Failure opened the risk of the collapse of the frontline eastern defense. The long-term strategy may change.